What's up? It's Chris here again. And now I'm going to do a video talking about the latest news. It just came out from Marvel earlier this week, which is that pretty much Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in Captain America 3, and they're essentially pretty much going to do the Civil War. Like, from what I've read and been hearing and like stuff, they negotiated with him for like $40 million to be in Captain America 3 to like do the Civil War. From what I read, the way the story goes is like he had a small part in Cap 3 and he requested a bigger part. And of course, with the bigger part came more money. So like at first, the studio exec were like, no, write him out. Which then they went back and they renegotiated with him. And I think they said they're giving them something to the tune of like $40 million to be in the movie, which is crazy. Which I can see why they would do, because Robert Downey Jr. arguably is kind of the linchpin in their universe. Like, Iron Man started the Marvel Cinematic U, so excuse me, it's not far fetched that they would like give him the money to do it. And he's already came out and said that as long like he's gonna ride this superhero wave into the ground, as long as they pretty much keep giving him good scripts and keep paying him, he's gonna keep doing them. But this kind of like, it kind of complicates things, because I know they're working towards Thanos, and that seemed to be the most logical conclusion. Like they were gonna go for Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet, which I think they said they're still gonna do in 3. Like in between that, in the interim, in the other movies, it's pretty much going to be Civil War set up, and what's going to bring them back together is it's Thanos. And just to touch on that, like, I know they have the Netflix shows and all that stuff coming out. I don't think they have enough characters in the cinematic U to pull off the Infinity Gauntlet, nor the Civil War, for that matter. Like, I think those movies will just be that in name. They won't actually be the story. Because truth be told, the Earthbound heroes, if you read Infinity Gauntlet, didn't really play much of a role. They were just pretty much pawns. It was nothing they could do to Thanos. Thanos essentially defeated itself in the Infinity Gauntlet. If you have read it, if you haven't, I'll leave a link down to the bottom. It's a channel called Marvel Explains. He just did it, the whole expansion where he explains it and goes through it. It's really cool. I read it a long time ago, and then I refreshed it earlier as he was coming out with his videos. The Infinity Gauntlet storyline just, and his cinematic view, that storyline just doesn't seem possible to me. It all depends. I guess I know they're gonna have to change it and they're gonna have to do things, but I'm definitely interested to see how they're gonna do Thanos in the Infinity Gauntlet. And for that matter, I'm interested to see, because the fact that they cast Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man 3, which means they're going to go the Civil War route. Which, like I said, I don't think they're equipped. They don't have enough characters to do the Civil War route. Even with the movies and the Netflix shows, they would have to pretty much introduce those before Cap 3 for it to kind of be the Civil War plot. And then even if so, like some of the major components, they don't, unless they can get Spider-Man back. He was a major character in the Civil War. Wolverine was the one who tracked down Nova, and like killed him. Like, it's a lot of characters that they just don't have for the Civil War. That's why I say it'll probably be Civil War only in name. I'm interested to see how they do it, and I'm also interested to see what's gonna happen when Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans, who've already both expressed that they don't really want to keep playing those characters. What's gonna happen then? What's gonna happen when Robert Downey Jr. decides he doesn't want to do it anymore? Because it seems like they're centering, if you look at it, they're centering everything around him. Like Age of Ultron, from what I read, like they say, Hank Pym created the technology, but Tony perfects it. So it's like they're centering everything around Robert Downey Jr., which is, I don't have a problem with, because I enjoy him. I know a lot of people didn't really care for Iron Man 2 and 3. Iron Man 2, for me, it was enjoyable. It was cool. Iron Man 3, I like that. I really enjoyed that movie. Like, if I had to rate them, I would go Iron Man 1, 3 than 2. Like I think Robert Downey is the perfect Iron Man. I would enjoy to see like an Iron Man 4, or I would like to see them explore like Tony Stark act like he's an alcoholic. I would like to see them explore that. I think Robert Downey Jr. would kill that. Yeah, but with that being said, like that's the news I've heard, and yeah, I think it's cool. I guess you guys leave comments down at the bottom if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Yeah, thanks. This is just a little rant on that.